Hello students, welcome to Infinity IAS. Today we will look at what is the scheme of the UPSC Civil Services Examination. That is, how is the UPSC Civil Services Examination is conducted. We all know it is conducted in 3 stages. That is, prelims examination, mains examination and the personality test. So these are the stages of the UPSC Civil Services Examination. So we will look into the details of these 3 stages of the examination. So let's see prelims examination. Prelims examination is an objective type of examination and with negative marking. So what is objective type? So here we will be asked a question and we will have to choose the option from the multiple choices that will be given. That is, there will be 4 choices and we will have to choose one of that. It's an objective type of examination and there is negative marking in the paper. So we have 2 papers here with 200 marks each. So 2 papers with 200 marks. So the first paper consists of general studies and the second paper consists of aptitude, commonly called as CSAT, that is Civil Services Aptitude Test. So here the Civil Services Aptitude Test is only qualifying and we need to get 33%. So that means we have to get 66.66 marks. 33% of 200 marks is 66.66 marks in the second paper. The first paper is more crucial and it has general studies. So every year there will be a cutoff mark that students have to score more than that cutoff to qualify in the prelims examination. So 100 questions, each 2 marks, a total of 200 marks. So here if we answer a question correctly, we get 2 marks. And every wrong answer, there will be a deduction of 1/3 of these marks. So that means +2 for a correct answer and minus 0.66 marks for wrong answer. No marks will be awarded if we leave the question without attempting it. So this is the scheme of the prelims examination. So after the student qualifies the prelims examination, they will be allowed to write the mains examination. This is the second stage of examination. So here we have seen prelims examination is only for the sake of qualifying a student. The score of the student in the prelims examination will not be counted for the final ranking. But mains examination is much more crucial because the score obtained by the student in the mains examination will be counted for the final ranking. So here mains examination is descriptive type of examination. That is, instead of multiple choice questions where we have to choose one answer, here the students have to write the answers. So it is a descriptive type of examination and we have 9 papers in total. So what are the 9 papers that we are asked to write in the mains examination? 1 essay paper. The student is asked to write 2 essays in the span of 3 hours. That is 1 essay paper. It carries 250 marks. Then comes 4 general studies papers. So here there is GS 1, 2, 3 and 4. So all these 4 papers we will be asked for 250 marks each and we should write the paper in 3 hours. So 250 into 4. So here 2 optional papers. Optional papers is, optional subjects are those subjects that every student has to choose from the list that is given in the UPSC notification. It can be anything that you choose. For example, it can be anthropology, political science, public administration, or even technical subjects like engineering mathematics, medical science, etc. So whatever optional we choose, we will have to write 2 optional papers. That is 250 marks each for 3 hours. So that is 250 into 2. Then comes 2 language papers. Here, one of the language is English and another language that can be chosen by the student. It can be regional languages like Marathi, Hindi, Gujarati, Telugu, Tamil, etc. So these language papers in the mains examination are only qualifying, and each of these language papers is for 300 marks. So that means out of 300 marks, the student has to get at least 100 marks to get qualified. So for all the students that write mains examinations, their language papers are evaluated first, and only if they gain at least 100 marks out of the 300, the other papers are evaluated. And this is only qualifying because the score that the student obtains in the language papers is not counted for the final ranking. So here, if we see the marks that will be counted in the mains examination is, this is 250, this is 250 into 4, that is 1000 marks, and this 250 into 2, that is 500 marks. So a total of 1750 marks. Of the students that write the mains examination, a specific cutoff will be announced. The students has to score more than the cutoff to qualify for the next stage of the examination, that is personality test. So 1750 marks is the total in the mains examination. Then comes the personality test. Students who have qualified the mains examination will appear for the personality test, also called the interview. It has 275 marks. So here the student or the aspirant has to go to the UPSC building and there has to take an interview face to face with the UPSC members. And after the interview is conducted, which is for 275 marks, the total will be counted including the 1750 marks from mains and then 275 marks from the interview. So the total comes to 2025 marks. The ranking, final ranking of the students is given out of this total marks. So the ranking is based on both the main score and the personality test score. This is how the final ranking list will be released by the UPSC for the civil services examination. Thank you, students.